Hello everyone and welcome to another advanced PHP tutorial. Today we'll be learning how to secure your web forms using tokens. Now using tokens is a very common practice among PHP programmers, and it's another way to prevent others from abusing your forms. Now today we will be securing our login form from our previous tutorial. If you guys haven't checked that out, it's a PHP tutorial professional login system. So let's go ahead and get started. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create our token. Let's go ahead and open our PHP tags. First thing we need to do is call upon our session start. Enables us to create session variables. Now we need to create a token variable. It's going to hold our token. Now we also need to assign or create a session variable called token as well. Now we need to call upon our MD5 ID mtrand. Let's go ahead and close this. Now this function is going to create a random, unique, and encrypted token, and it's going to assign it to our session token as well as our token variable. Now that we have our token, we're going to go ahead and create a hidden field, name it token value. Now we go ahead and sorry about that, PHP echo token. Now we have our hidden field that's going to contain our form token. Alright, let's go ahead and save this, and I'll explain a little bit why we created a session token and a regular variable token in a little bit. Now let's go back to our class login.php, and we need to create, if I remember, token, and then we're going to initialize it, this token equals, and assign it to the post token variable. Now what we need to do is we need to filter this out, like all the data being submitted. You need to filter that out. Okay. So now that we have our token variable, we need to create a new function. Let's go ahead and just do that right here. Public function valid token. Sorry about that. So what we're going to do is return a true and false. All we're going to do is validate if the tokens match. So return to a ternary operator if this token equals session token. Return true if they do match, false if they don't. So let me explain what's going on. We created a session token variable to let us know whether the user has visited the site or not. This token variable was assigned to the login form so that it may be submitted. Now if these two don't match, it's because there are two reasons. Either there was an error, or there was some type of forgery done by the user. So basically these two were assigned the same value. If they do not match, it's because there was some type of error or there was some type of forgery. So this allows us to know whether the login form is a valid submission. So now that we created our valid token function, we actually need to call this function right here, this valid token. And so basically we're just checking if the form submission is valid, and it looks like we're done. So now let's go ahead and save this, and now let's go ahead and verify that this works. Click refresh. Let's just go ahead and view the source. Now we see that we have our hidden input value by the name of token. We have our token right here, and let's go ahead and close this. To our login, admin password example, and there should be no problems at all. there you go, we're logged in. So we can see that we made a valid submission and there was no problems. Now before I go, I would like to share a programming tip with you guys. Let's go back to our login.php. Now we see that we have our PHP open tags also right here in order to access our token value. And the main goal of a PHP programmer is to use less code to do a lot more. So this code right here, we're basically doing a lot more than we need to. And there's actually a shorter and better way to code this. So all you need to do is go ahead and delete echo and PHP and replace it with equals. And you don't necessarily need that for right now. Go ahead and save this. Now this should work for some of you, and if it doesn't work is because there's a setting in your php.ini file. Go ahead and go to your PHP directory. Go ahead and open up your php.ini. Short open tag. Make sure you match the case. Click next. There you go. Now mine's is set to on because that's a default value. Now if yours was set to off, you could just go ahead and set to on. Cancel this. File, save, and then restart your Apache server. And stop it. Start it again. And just go back to your login.php. If you go to view source, you'll have the same thing. So basically you do a lot more with a lot less. So I hope you guys got the basic idea on how to secure your web forms for your website. And thank you again for watching another advanced PHP tutorial, and I hope to see you guys next time.